The Prophet said, "The deceased is followed to his or her grave by three things: his family, his wealth, and his deeds." But then, something deeply profound happens. As the body is lowered into the earth and the final rites are completed, the family turns back, the wealth returns to the world. And what remains? Only the deeds. In this new home, in the stillness of the grave, the only companion that stays is the collection of actions the person carried out in this worldly life. The Prophet described that when the believer is placed into their grave and they hear the final footsteps of their loved ones walking away, the test and the trial of the grave begin. The punishment approaches, but then something miraculous unfolds. From above, their salah, their prayers, rise and stand guard over the head, raising a hand and declaring, "You will not pass through me." When the punishment approaches from the right, the believer's fasting, those long days of hunger and devotion, rise and say, "You will not pass through me." Then from the left, their zakah, the wealth they purified and shared for the sake of Allah, stands and proclaims, "You will not pass through me." And at their feet, their good character, their kindness to family, their service to the community, their truthfulness, charity, and sincerity all come forward and say, "You will not pass through me." Then the deceased is commanded to sit up, and as they sit, disoriented, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said the sun is made to appear as if it is about to set. The believer, so accustomed to prayer, instinctively reacts, "Let me pray." Even in this moment of the grave, their heart remembers salah. But the angels respond, "You'll get to that, but first, answer our questions." And then, the grave becomes a place of accountability. "Who is your Lord?" they ask. "What is your religion? Who is your prophet?" These aren't just words to memorize. They're realities to live by. You will only be able to answer them correctly if, in life, you truly worshipped Allah, truly lived Islam, and truly followed the path of Muhammad, peace be upon him. If the answers come with clarity and conviction, a voice from above cries out, "My slave has spoken the truth." At that moment, the terrifying angels who once stood over the grave soften. They say, "We knew you would answer like this." And then, the mercy of Allah unfolds. He commands, "Furnish his grave with the furnishings of paradise. Clothe him from the garments of paradise. Open for him a gate to paradise." Fragrance from Jannah fills the air. The grave, once a dark and narrow place, expands as far as the eye can see, as the believer lays in this serene space, covered in the garments of Jannah, surrounded by the scent and spirit of paradise. A visitor appears. This visitor has a beautiful face, radiant clothes, and a scent sweeter than anything in this world. The visitor speaks gently, "Glad tidings of that which will bring you happiness. This is your day, the day you are promised." The deceased, filled with awe, asks, "Who are you?" And the visitor replies, "I am your good deeds." Imagine that. Your Qur'an, your salah, your fasting, your acts of kindness and truth, all standing before you in the form of one beautiful soul saying, "I'm here to give you good news." First, they protected you from punishment. Now, they comfort you, they uplift you, and they stay with you as your loyal companion until the day of judgment. For the believer, this is just the beginning of a beautiful journey, dressed in garments of paradise, resting with a window to Jannah, and accompanied by their own good deeds. They do not fear the day of judgment. In fact, they long for it. They say with hope and certainty, "My Lord, establish the hour so that I may return to my family and my home.